is going on, my fellow viewer? This is Steampunk J here, coming at you from my humble art studio, and welcome to my tavern, all you newcomers. And boy, do I have something special for you today. I'm gonna be working on something big in my humble art studio. So if you just come here to just chill and have a drink, then I'll leave you right here. And if you want to see what I've got planned for you today, then follow me. So my fellow artists and art fans watching this, I've been very busy as of late with dozens of projects. And one of the projects that I was working on was showing appreciation for one of the most talented individuals I have ever met in New Jersey. Heavy metal musician, Shaun Mason. After hearing his music, I told myself that I wanted to do a drawing for him to show my appreciation for what he does. So, without further ado, let's head into my art studio and get started. This drawing, oh my God. In the beginning, I'm quoting a Bible verse here. In the beginning, I wanted to do this drawing for this heavy metal artist that I met here in New Jersey named Shaun Mason. And I've actually met this guy at work. And we just started talking, and I told him that I was a YouTuber and that I make drawings. And he revealed to me that he makes music. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, what kind of music do you like to do? And he says that he does heavy metal. He showed me one of his clips from his Instagram, and oh my goodness, this man has that heavy metal voice. This guy's got the music, this guy's got the look, this guy has everything. And I was looking at him and I was like, I can't believe that I am in the presence of a rock star. He's a really humble man. He's like, man, I'm just doing this stuff for fun. But dude, when a person is doing something like this, he's extremely talented and he calls it fun. This man deserves to be recognized tenfold. And that's what I'm hoping that I get to do right here. I don't know that much about his fan base. He says that he travels and he does perform. He does mostly videos, and that's how he's getting his works out there in the artist realm that he's a part of. So what can I tell you about this guy, Shaun Mason? He's been a musician for a long time. He's a solo artist on his channel. He has a lot of multimedia sites in which he promotes his stuff. A lot of, how do you say? It's always those little words that I keep on forgetting, and now I just remembered. It is social media. It is difficult for me to go back in these clips and just try to edit all the mistakes, but you know what? I am just gonna do the lazy route and just do the best I can and just try to build up this guy the best I can. So Shaun Mason, he's a heavy metal artist, a solo artist. He makes his own content. He sings the majority of his songs. He likes to do a lot of duets with other artists in this community. And he's mostly known for doing a lot of heavy metal, electric music. A big fan of heavy metal artwork such as Linkin Park. So all you have to do is just think about all those heavy metal artists that you know, and that's pretty much what defines Shaun Mason here. He is, I just don't know how to do this guy justice until you listen to his content. I'm just gonna leave his social media links down below on my channel just so I can give this man the love and support that he deserves. Every chance I get, I try to listen to his songs. He does a lot of TikTok videos and just short clips, but they are all amazing. man, if I wanted to be a musician, I don't know how I can match my voice to be as good as Mason right here. So when I was thinking of how to do a drawing for this Mr. Mason right here, I was just thinking of maybe I should do like a cartoon drawing like I've done. Like I always have my little cartoon character in the corner right here doing the drawings. But it just didn't feel right. I said, let me go back to my old traits. Let me go back to what got me into drawing in the first place, and that is doing realism type of artworks. By realism, in my definition, I'm talking about making the drawings look exactly like the person. I could make them into a cartoon, stick figure, Picasso kind of work. It just did not feel right to me. And I had to come up with a drawing fast because that idea just popped into my head, and I only had just a few days before I had to undergo my laser eye surgery for my job. And so if I was going to be away from my art studio, away from my drawing pad, away from looking at monitors for a while, I had to come up with something, and I had just about a few days to come up with something, and so I started looking upon the artistic realm, such as DeviantArt, Instagram, just trying to come up with a style that would match the personality, to match the passion that Shaun Mason puts into his work. And so, as I was going through getting inspiration, I was thinking about doing just a digital sketch, like something I used to do where I just do like a sketch, like, I just don't know how to describe it. For all of you that've seen Titanic, you know the artist in there named Jack Dawson, right? He does sketches, realistic sketches of people. I can do those kind of drawings if I really put my heart and soul into it. And I was thinking about just doing a simple black and white sketch until I started coming across a certain style of art called pop art. And pop art has like different elements in the artworks that have like a sort of a vibrant street style graffiti type of work, I guess. I have no idea how to describe it. I could easily just look it up in the dictionary, but hey, I'm not that good at memorizing words, let alone scripts and speeches anyway. So I'm just doing the best I can at just describing it. And there were so many different styles of pop art, graffiti artworks, and I especially liked these style of artworks where they just have so much like a comic book style, like a certain feeling about it that gives you the impression that it looks like it belongs in a comic art. So it has a mix of like, you know, comic, pop art, like extremely, like it looks more like a comic pop art mix or fusion mixed with traditional, making the person look like a real person kind of deal. So I've done many comic style artworks for other people, but I wanted to do something that just represented this guy like big time. So I've done so much research, doing a lot of research into this style of art. This is a type of artwork that I have never done before. So I was taking a big risk in learning something new and trying out different things to see what works and what doesn't work. And that becomes frustrating if something doesn't work. However, I told myself that I had the time, I have the patience, and I just felt like I can pull this off if I just really gave it my all into this work. So after doing my research, finding out like which styles would best work for this type of piece, then it was off to the races. I had to come up with a sketch to try to get like, you know, the actual lines, make sure that the artist the drawing looks exactly like the artist. And then comes the coloring part. And my gosh, sketching and inking the artworks I thought takes forever, but trying to color it in and trying to make the colors look exactly like the pop art fusion, the type of artworks out there, that felt like an eternity. But it did not bother me one bit. Like, I just felt like I was just going through the motions. This is the type of artworks the type of drawings where I just felt like I was lost in it. I can turn my brain off doing these type of works and just figuring out what works, what doesn't. And it's like I said, I just turn my brain off, get lost into it, maybe listen to some good music while I'm at it. I was listening to a lot of new age music. Yes, I know, heavy metal person that I'm listening to while I'm listening to new age music. The more you know about me, the more of a weirdo that you will label me as. And then again, if I really just wanted to just get myself into the mood of it, then I can switch up the music that I listen to. I listen to new age, then I listen to rock, heavy metal. I was listening to a lot of Everence and Linkin Park music. I am a big fan of those type of music as well. So the more I listened to those heavy metal music, the more that I felt like the artwork was matching the tone that I wanted to, put into it, basically. I don't know, just trying to come up with something sophisticated is not my strong suit. So, but yes, it was going good. This gave me an opportunity to actually experiment, and of course, coming up with the skin color, coming up with the beard color, trying to come up with colors that give the impression of like light is coming at it from all directions. I've looked at a lot of comic book works and tried to match the styles into it. The whole time that I was going through the drawings, just drawing this picture, it didn't come out as like, being a traditional type of artwork where it looked like it had pencil marks, cross hatching and stuff and all that. The things that you would expect like a pencil style or ink style artwork to come out as. In this case, it looked like I was trying to replicate what an artist working with vector type of like media was trying to replicate. What I mean by vector is that it doesn't have any shading. It doesn't have, pretty much a vector style artwork is the type of artwork that you create that no matter how big or small that you expand or explode your artwork, like you could put the drawing on the side of a poster and it would not pixelate, it would not blur out because of you're just messing with the image so much. It stays consistent and clear no matter what. And you can see that I hardly use any blending of colors. There may be some blended colors in there, I don't know. Once I finish a drawing, do you think that I go back to my drawings that has taken me 5 or 6 hours and I just look back at all over again, 5 or 6 hours again, just to make sure that I know what I've done? There's a reason why I condense all my drawings, just so I can see what it looks like and all that. And I gotta say that I was able to replicate that vector, comic book style artist, where it doesn't look like it's been blended or smoothed out by a finger. You know what I mean? So it is just crazy that the amount of work that I was able to put into, not only come up with the right skin color, try to make a vector style look like it has shadows and highlights. It was extremely painful at some points, just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Oh, forgive me. I had my phone out and I was looking at my video. I was actually looking at the Instagram post that I put up, and I forgot that I put music in it. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna edit that one out. I'm gonna keep it just the way it is. And so after hours, it took me approximately 6 hours from start to finish to put this drawing together. And I've taken a picture. This drawing was actually taken from a picture or a video that I saw of Shaun Mason singing one of his popular songs from Linkin Park. And I just wanted to capture the moment where he's actually like throwing his all, his emotion, his passion into one of his notes. And of course, in those videos, he sings with his headphones, he has his mic, he's singing in his art studio. This guy's got one hell of an art studio. I wish that my personal art studio looks exactly like his. It is freaking heavy metal. How awesome it is. I got a lot of work to do. I need to find like a good space in my home where I can actually set that up. I don't really have like a place for me to actually do my stuff. I'm just doing my recordings and my drawings just right here in my living room. And sometimes I can do my artworks in my bedroom, in my garage, just out there in the real world. I just don't really have like a good place for me to just like, hey, this is me, real life Jay, doing this. And you get to see my background, see what I'm like. The only thing that I can do is just create my own art studio, which you see in the background right here. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud that you have artists out there that just have their own version of a man cave, and it's just so freaking metal. Go check out his channel, and you'll see the studio in which he works with. It is amazing. And I caught him at the moment where he was just singing into the microphone with such like intensity. I was just like, yes, right there. That's the moment that I needed to make that drawing be all about him when he's at his, when he is, how do you say, his most passionate. That's all I can just pretty much describe this drawing right here. Nothing but passion. I have passion for drawing, and you have a person out there in the community, in the artistic realm, that just found what he loves, and that is making music. Heavy metal, electronic. This right here is everything that describes Shaun Mason. And of course, I wanted to give like this little comic style feel where he is just, he feels like a superhero. He is in his elements, that every time he shouts, every time he sings a note, electricity is flying all around him. You see like sound effects just radiating off of him. Everything about him, he just wants the world to feel how he feels, and just feel how much that he is telling his story through music. That is the best way that I can describe this artist right here. I listen to his songs, listen to the passion that he puts in there, and I just wanted to make sure that this drawing that I make just speaks or does justice for this man right here. So like I said, it took a long time for me to put this all together. It was worth it. It didn't feel like 6 hours. It actually felt like just maybe like 30 minutes or an hour. But then once I get myself out of my zone, once I'm in the zone, get myself out of the zone, then I look back on it and I'm thinking, you know what? The same way that Shaun Mason makes these videos, makes his music, it may take a while for him to put together, just like it takes a while for me to put my stuff together. It doesn't matter when you're doing something that you love. And I feel so honored that I was able to do something for him, just to let him know that in the Instagram world, TikTok world, social media realms, he has so many fans out there that give like a little text, give like a little message to him, showing him or telling him just how much they love his work. I didn't feel like my words were gonna be enough. I felt like, you know what, from one artist to another, why not you just let him know how you feel just by doing something that you love? And that is just coming up with a drawing right here in this pop style artwork. This actually came out a lot better than I anticipated, and for a first time that I'm actually trying out this pop style work, I just have no other words to say that, I had an idea for how I wanted it to look in my head, and now I look at the finished product, looking back on how many times I made corrections, looking at how many times I tried to make it better, try to add some additional stuff, maybe take out some stuff if it looks too much, and it just came out so much better than I ever wanted it. And you know what? In case you're wondering, like later on in the video, why did I put like the Japanese words, like what does the Japanese text mean? It means passion. And that pretty much is the title for this drawing right here. Shaun Mason, the artist from New Jersey, but I like to call this portrait right here my first ever digital pop art style artwork, passion. Passion is what describes this artist right here. Passion is what describes all other artists out there in the community that are doing the same thing that he does, heavy metal. It doesn't matter what you do. If I see an artist out there that are just giving their all for something that they were born to do, something that they will gladly continue on and make something big out of it. This guy's already big. I'm just trying to just let all my fellow artists and the art fans out there in the community who are also heavy metal artists just know that this is the guy. This is the guy that you need to show all of your love to right here. So this is my finished work right here. This is my final work. Let's have at it. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavy metal legend from New Jersey, Shaun Mason, in this pop art style drawing, Passion. I hope you like the drawing, and if you really like it, then don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. And also, if you want to see me do more drawings like this in the future, then don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content and hit that notification bell to always stay notified. To all my fellow artists and art fans out there, this is Steampunk J. And always remember to keep on drawing.